The camera sweeps across the Arctic, a blinding white wasteland of ice and storm. A military cargo plane slices through the clouds, fighting turbulence. Inside, a dozen soldiers clutch their harnesses, faces pale in the flickering red light. Elias Ward, Joel Kinnaman, a decorated survivalist and former pararescue operative, sits quietly, eyes closed. Across from him sits Colonel Marcus Hale, Danny Huston, calm, authoritative, and hiding something beneath his composed demeanor. Their mission: retrieve a crashed research module from a joint NATO science station, buried deep under a recent glacial collapse in northern Greenland. The module contained Project HELIX, a classified biogenic energy core that could revolutionize climate technology, or destroy it. Then, impact. The storm tears the plane apart midair. Screams, alarms, chaos. Blackout. ACT-1, the fall. Ward wakes up half buried in snow, his ears ringing. The plane is gone, shredded into flaming wreckage scattered across the ice field. Wind howls. Blood trickles from his temple. He calls out, no answer. He finds Hale pinned beneath a piece of fuselage, barely conscious but alive. The colonel's leg is mangled. Ward drags him out, sets up a makeshift camp near the wreck, and starts taking inventory, 3 survivors out of 12. Supplies for 2 days. No signal. The Arctic sun won't rise for another week. The ice shifts beneath them, deep cracks rumble below like the earth itself is breathing. Hale insists they continue the mission. The Project HELIX module must be recovered at all costs. Ward protests, the rescue should come first, but Hale's military authority overrides him. As they trek toward the coordinates, Ward begins to suspect there's more to HELIX than Hale is admitting. The colonel avoids direct answers, saying only, if it falls into the wrong hands, it won't just be the ice that breaks. ACT-2, the descent. They reach the collapsed research base, a yawning crevasse swallowing metal, ice, and death. The entrance is partially exposed, like a frozen mouth. Inside, the corridors are twisted and silent, frozen in place by time and cold. Ward and Hale descend into the ruins with flashlights flickering. They discover the bodies of scientists, frozen mid-motion. On a terminal still running on backup power, Ward plays the final log of Dr. Lena Voss Morvan Christie. Greater than, HELIX has gone unstable. The core temperature is rising beyond control. If it ruptures, the melt zone will spread for hundreds of miles. We're sealing it beneath the ice. Suddenly, Hale's tone shifts. He orders Ward to locate the containment chamber. We finish what we came for, he insists. Ward realizes Hale already knew the risks. This was no rescue mission. It was a retrieval. ACT-3, the ice breathes. Deeper inside the base, they find the core chamber, a vast frozen cavern glowing with a faint, pulsating blue light. At its center, the HELIX core, a shimmering sphere of plasma contained in a transparent shell of ice, hums like a heartbeat. Ward approaches carefully. The air feels charged. Hale, however, draws his pistol. He confesses, HELIX isn't an energy source. It's a bioengineered nanite colony capable of consuming carbon, and anything organic, to generate power. A weapon disguised as salvation. The government wanted it back before it could melt free and spread uncontrollably. Ward, you knew this place was a death trap. Hale, every frontier is a graveyard, son. We just decide what dies for the future. Before Ward can respond, the ground shakes, the ice cracks. The core's containment field begins to fracture, sending out pulses of energy that melt and refreeze the walls in seconds. Ward and Hale are thrown apart by the shockwave. ACT-4, Betrayal and Survival. Ward finds Drive. Voss alive, half frozen in the lab wing. She'd put herself in cryostasis, hoping to survive until a rescue came. Disoriented but determined, she tells Ward that HELIX can't be moved, it must be destroyed before it awakens completely. Meanwhile, Hale, limping, desperate, radios a hidden extraction team. He plans to airlift the core using a stealth drone. We didn't come here to save the world, he growls. We came to control it. Ward refuses to be part of it. He and Voss make for the surface with the intention to collapse the base entirely, to bury HELIX forever. But Hale intercepts them at the exit, gun drawn. Hale, You think you're saving humanity. You're just delaying it. Ward. Then I'll delay it one more day. A brutal fight ensues among collapsing ice tunnels, gunfire echoing off crystal walls. Ward disarms Hale, but not before the colonel triggers the drone beacon. The roar of rotor blades approaches from above. Ward shoves Hale into the collapsing crevasse as the glacier groans, the colonel's scream swallowed by darkness. ACT-5, the melt. Ward and Voss reach the surface. The drone descends through the storm, locking onto the beacon still attached to the core. But before it can extract, Ward detonates a charge at the base's foundation, a seismic blast that sends fissures racing across the ice like lightning. The glacier collapses, consuming the research station and the Helix core in an explosion of blue-white light. The resulting icefall cascades for miles, a frozen tsunami burying everything in its path. Ward and Voss barely escape, sliding down the collapsing ridge before the entire landscape caves in behind them. The storm swallows the last trace of the base. Epilogue. 3 weeks later, a Norwegian rescue team finds Ward and Voss frostbitten but alive near the coastline. Satellite images show the glacier sealed once more, quiet, still. Ward stares at the horizon as helicopters lift off. Beneath the ice, unseen, a faint blue glow flickers again, like a heartbeat returning. Title card. ICEFALL. Tagline. The cold keeps secrets. Some were never meant to thaw.